Hi, it's Crafty Tina's, and today I want to show you how to make some notebook toppers for your notebooks. When you're using your cinch making notebooks, your covers, front and back, are made using chipboard or some other stiff material. But we can decorate these any way we wish, so I wanted to experiment with a few materials and then show you all of the different things you can make. Now this one, it was just using scrapbook cardstock, another piece of scrapbook cardstock for the inside, cut slightly smaller. But this is a shaker. If you are a fan of the R Memory Keepers products, you'll know they make a button press, which makes buttons. You can also add these buttons to your notebooks. But they also have an insert for shakers and puffy stickers. And they have adhesive on the back. You can add them to your notebook as well. I like integrating my multiple machines into one project. So making this out of cardstock and adding any embellishment you want is a great way to dress up your notebooks. The other thing I wanted to try was I just kind of wanted to test how well this would cut craft foam. You can get this glitter thick craft foam. It's adhesive back, so it has a paper back. You just pull the paper off and it's totally adhesive. And I wanted to see how it would look on the front of a tablet. So I kind of did this one in reverse. I used cardstock on the back, folded the edges in, and then took the exact same size piece of foam as my chipboard. I took the backing off, added it, and then punched the holes. The result is a squishy, very shiny, glittery, I'm sure you guys can see that, notebook cover. This would be a great cover for a girl's coloring book or a diary or anybody that's into glitter and pink. It reminds me of the fashion dolls. I'm not going to say the word because of copyright, but this reminds me a lot of the current popular fashion doll that we used to play with. So, fun foam cuts very well. Nice, clean cuts. I didn't have to worry about it not cutting out. It cut very smooth. And then if you're a paper crafter, you have embossing folders. And if you do not have embossing folders, you are going to want to check these out. An embossing folder is nothing but a plastic folder, raised on one side, indented on the other. You simply put a piece of cardstock in this folder, close it up, and then run it through a die cutting embossing machine, such as a Big Shot or a Cuttlebug. Any of those die cutting embossing folder machines will work, and every machine will take every folder as long as it's wide enough to go through the machine. You can't have a 5x7 embossing folder and go through a 4-inch opening because some of the machines are limited. Most of them take the standard, and this is standard, and I believe this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which works perfectly for my folders or my notebook binder covers. It makes beautiful paper. It's so much prettier in person. But these folders are wonderful. They come in different sizes, so make sure the size folder you want is the size machine you're going to get. I'm going to do another video on embossing folders and what they do, because I think it's an outdated paper crafting item that I really think should make a huge comeback. I was a hoarder, collector of embossing folders. When I first started out in paper crafting, I have hundreds of these. So there's going to be another video showing you things you can do with these. There's not just a single sheet embossed idea with these embossing folders. There's a lot of other ideas, so I'm going to share those with you in another video. However, for making a cover, this is beautiful. I added rhinestones, adhesive little gems to the center of my flowers. And I did this with the same intention of this. I covered the back with cardstock, wrapped it around my chipboard, and I have another video showing you how to make this. I wish I would have went a little closer to the edge, but happy little accident, because I got to thinking, this is really pretty. It would make a nice cover. Wouldn't that be really nice to open up your book and have this as the inside? You are going to want to glue these down. They have a tendency to coming off. But what a nice inside cover, embossing the inside piece of your cardstock would be. I know this is printed, and I'm having a hard time with prints and prints, trying to get them to match. But doing a solid color embossed, this is going to make a great notebook. If I can make the decision of, is this the outside or is this? It's a really tough decision because it is so pretty. Another thing I wanted to show you is I did the opposite of this with this. I took my embossed paper, and because this embossing folder is a 5x7 one, I had enough to go around the outside. By the way, this size is a 1/4 page. It's my favorite size to make. That means one piece of paper cut into 4 pieces makes this 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Love this size. But isn't this really nice? So this is now the outside and this is the inside. So you can make your notebooks pretty on the outside, or you can make them pretty on the inside. I love this look. I'm probably not going to be able to make plain insides to my notebooks anymore. I'm going to have to use the embossing folder for this. Sorry about all the shadowing. I don't know what's going on. Another thing with the embossing folders is they emboss this metallic paper. It's not really cardstock. It's pretty thin, but it's stiff and it's very plasticky feel to it, but it embosses wonderful. This is a great embossing folder for guys. It's like mechanical gears. And then I added the cardstock to the inside. I love the feel of this one. It feels very sturdy. This is, like I said, metallic paper. It might be called metallic cardstock, but to me it is too flimsy to be cardstock, but it embosses beautifully. And when I make my other video showing you about embossing folders, you can also emboss regular kitchen aluminum foil, which also makes a really good embossing. So there you have 3 different designs using multiple things you may already have around your house. A quick mention: to make the cover wrap around the sides, you always need to make sure your paper is 1 inch bigger than your finished size, so that you can put your chipboard in the center. You simply glue it down, clip your corners, just a straight line with the scissors, and then glue or double-sided adhesive and fold. That makes your covered cardstock wrap around. And then you can put anything you want here. Go slightly smaller. You don't want this paper hanging over the edge and getting caught, because it will come off that way. So tell me what you think. I'm going to go make some more embossing things because this is really pretty. If you don't have embossing folders, please check it out. Look into it. If you're paper crafting and paper crafting includes these books, check out embossing. You could also make dividers that were embossed, and that would be very pretty too. So make sure you subscribe, check out my other videos, and have a great day.